So I got pissed on last night. Yeah, that's right. What's going on, Battlefielders? It is Pwn, and today is another time for some embarrassing stories, one of which I don't think I've ever told you guys. Actually, I don't think a lot of people know about this one because I find it to be extremely embarrassing, and that's saying a lot for me to not want to tell a story. But why not reveal it entirely to, 20, 30,000 people all at once and see what you guys think about it, because I know you guys like to laugh at my misfortunes. But as of right now, we took our dog to go get fixed yesterday, and for you guys that do not know what that means, that basically is neutering and spaying your dog. Ours is female. Puppy Star for Hire got her tubes tied yesterday, and she's basically unable to have puppies from here on out. It kind of kills their hormones and everything like that, so it's a really, really smart thing to do for such a hyper dog, and it really, really does hold back in allowing them to, want to run away when they go into heat and stuff like that. So I guess it's a smart move to go ahead and do so. If you don't plan on breeding them, always do it before their first heat cycle. Pro tip, animal guide, right here, guys. So, but yeah, I'm trying to beat around the bush, but in fact, I got urinated upon last night. So she's just sick, still drowsy from the drugs and everything like that. And short story, she just peed on me. She was laying on me, and she was asleep during the whole thing too. She slept pissed on me. She didn't even mean to do it. I can't get mad at her. But what makes it so bad is she did it 3 times. I forgave her the first time. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, I see a pattern starting. So I got pissed on like 3 times last night. I wish I was exaggerating, guys. It was 3 times, and she just couldn't hold it down. And I knew how sad she was, how pitiful she looked. I had to keep feeding her water, and I was looking at her so badly because she's got the cone around her head, right? So she can't lick herself and open the wound. So she's got this cone on, and I'm looking at her, and I'm feeling so sad. She looks so pitiful, but not for the reason that she went through surgery and is in pain, but for the fact that with that cone on, she's only got like 30 FOV, bro. I feel so bad for that dog right now. So, nerd swag aside, I guess it was a unique experience. It wasn't the first time I got pissed on. My dad had a dash hound one time that I used to sleep on the floor. As many of you guys may know, I didn't sleep in a bed until I was like 18, no lie. I've always been comfortable on the floor because of my back issue. So what happened was his dog just pissed. There was no excuse for this dog. It just pissed on me. It fell asleep on me, and it woke me up by pissing on me. But anyways, so I've been pissed on numerous times by animals, but I guess since we're on the story of talking about embarrassing things with dogs, there was one really, really unusual event when I was a kid. It was special to me, except for the second half of it. My mom had a dog. My mom had this dog. I don't even remember the name of the dog, anything like this. I was 4 years old, 5 years old, something like this. And this kind of scarred me as a child, because it was weird and unexpected and awkward. But as a kid, we had this dog, and this dog kind of gave birth like right on top of me. I used to sleep with a Swamp Thing sleeping bag, if you guys know who Swamp Thing is. So I was laying in bed one day, and the dog just basically goes into labor and just spews out like 5 little puppies, right? Cute, adorable, fine. You ruined my favorite fucking sleeping bag, you bitch. And I mean that, completely because it was a female dog. But seriously, so that was cool. I thought it was cute. So I'm like, oh, let me find. So I found one I really liked. I wanted to go ahead and sleep with it. So me and the puppy fell asleep, and this was a couple weeks later, something like that. I actually may not have been a couple weeks because the dogs didn't have their eyes open yet. I don't think. I think they were really young puppies. But either way, I was laying down and I was asleep, and sometime in the middle of the night I start waking up, and there is something on my penis. Yeah, I said penis. So I woke up, and I was kind of extremely unusual after I splash bagged that med pack right there. I was weird because I'm basically in a giant burrito right now inside my sleeping bag, and there's something moving around down there, and it scares me. I start crying. I yell for my mom, and my mom peeks up, and she pulls off the blanket, and then she starts laughing her ass off. And I'm panicking. I'm crying. It wasn't hurting, but there were baby puppy teeth on it, but it was just scary. I was violated. It was so weird. And a baby doggy was thinking that my dick was like the mother's tit or something. It was trying to feed off of my dick, and it was so weird. And that was a really, really unusual experience as a child, right? Mom thought it was hilarious because the little puppy found its way in there and just mistook my little tiny dong for a breast, I guess. So that was one. Another one I might have told you about, another embarrassing. The first time I ever broke a bone was all 4 of my toes at once. I think it was 4. We had a dog, ironically. This dog was in heat. Her name was Haida. She was a French bulldog, fat fucking bulldog. I was like 6 years old or something. I just apparently had some bad issues with dogs. So we had this dog, new house, everything like this, and the dog would basically air hump everything. Every time it took a step, it did a thrust. And it was a female too, so she would just take a step and just hump. You know, she would air hump. She would find the pillows on the couch, pull them to the floor, and hump the hell out of the pillows and bleed on them and shit. So what she would do is she would always manhandle me. She was always, I was just, this little, 30, 40 pound kid, and she was like a 20 pound bulldog that would just muscle me to the ground and just hump me to death. So I hated that. So one day, I peek out of my bedroom and I'm trying to, make sure she's there because I know what's going to happen. She's going to hump me into a submission. So I poked my head out and saw her. She came out of my mom's room, and basically we're just doing the slow motion run scene. I run and I try to clear the kitchen or the living room table, and I break my toes on the table and end up falling down. And not only am I sitting there in pain, holding my broken toes, but she's molesting me. So I had a lot of unique stories with animals that I have not shared with you guys. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed my pain. If you guys have enjoyed these kind of stories and like these funny commentaries, make sure you hit that like button. It helps out a lot. Add it to favorites if you want. And oh god, I had to relive that. That's just painful. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully that shit never happens to you. Peace out, guys. Get it.